Hello, Whatnots. It is Wednesday, September 24th in the United States and Canada, and this is a show called What Chaos in Boston, Massachusetts. My name is David Bean. I sit beside the great Pete Blackburn, and across the room is my dear friend Sean DePaz. Hello, boys, to each and every one of you. Hi, Pete.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
We are, matchy today. Are you seeing this?
Because we're wearing black?
Everyone's wearing black.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
You started off with like, because we're wearing black. Yeah, Pete, because we're wearing fucking black. Everyone's wearing black.
That's the very, very light qualifications for matching. When I think matching, I think that all parts have to be kind of.
You and I are pretty matchy. We got like
a little bit, yeah.
Black top, grayish pants, white shoes.
Yeah,
I think
like
that
me and Sean are matching.
If we all showed up someplace, just the three of us, somebody at some point would comment. If we were walking around together, someone would be like, "What is that? You guys call each other last night, coordinate your outfits?"
Black?
I don't.
No.
Yeah, I feel like black doesn't get you there. If we were all wearing like orange shirts, then I would agree. I
Yeah.
think black is a little too, like, just a little too general. Plus, we're not wearing the same pants. Pete's got a hat on. I think it throws it off a little bit to the point where people wouldn't be like, "You guys are wearing the same."
as
outfits.
the kids would say. It's cringe.
But I agree that we all are. And like, it is unique that we are all wearing the same color top.
Yeah, we don't
Especially
usually
'cause that's
do
the only
this.
thing that
Yeah,
people
some
see
of
of
us
me.
usually just go tarps
That's all I'm
off.
fucking saying. If you're done being a
Tarps
little
off.
freak over there, Pete, could you tell the folks that's on the show today?
You guys are fucking giggling all morning long about today on the show, so let me see what this is all about.
Un momento.
I guess John was too busy giggling that he
didn't
couldn't
do
set
it.
up the
I was.
show.
I know.
God damn it, Sean.
There you go.
I have to filibuster. All right,
I was too busy not to get ahead of myself off the Nol.
Oh,
Lenol.
Today on the show, we have the Tylenol Challenge, which, Jesus Christ.
He's
All
going to do
right.
the Tylenol challenge, sounds like. What's that?
I don't even want to ask. I'm going to move on. Next, we have That Guy Yells. Don't know who. Oh, I do know who that could be about because it's probably Corey Perry from the Amazon Faceoff Season 2 trailer.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. Then we're also going to talk about, second Tylenol challenge. Jesus Christ.
That
and then
sounds
finally
dangerous.
getting zooted off that Lenol. Jesus Christ.
Lenol.
I'm on that Lenol today. Damn, Pete. You're going to do 2 Tylenol challenges?
We are setting the tone for today's show, apparently.
Well, Amazon is setting the tone for Season 2 of Faceoff inside the NHL, a great show that features the likes of the Kachuk brothers, Sean Monahan, and Pete Blackburn. Sean, do you have the poster for it?
Oh, the poster, yes?
Yeah.
I do.
That is coming
Okay.
next week. I believe it's October 3rd. It debuts. You can find that on Amazon Prime. You could see Brady Kachuk there, Seth Jarvis. I'm sure there's going to be some fun behind the scenes of, what was that, stadiums? That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
That's not going to be in it. This is their current. They stay on top of things. They're not talking about the past.
Also, they are kind of staying current, though, because now the Hurricanes are using the a different version of those jerseys for their roads.
That is fair.
Oh, true.
So the past is now the present.
Chat says, help. I did the Tylenol challenge. Don't do the Tylenol challenge. Take Tylenol as prescribed.
I don't
By
think
doctors.
there's not a Tylenol challenge, is there?
It has been No, like the Tylenol challenge has, I believe now.
I mean, I have seen a video of at least one pregnant woman taking Tylenol in the frame of being like, fuck you guys. I'm hoping that she did actually just need the Tylenol in that moment as well.
Yeah, like we
No,
should.
I think the Tylenol challenge is seriously just like a pregnant
Taking
person
Tylenol as
taking
prescribed.
Tylenol as needed. I know very little about pregnancy. I did know that pregnant women can't have ibuprofen.
Yes.
Like you got to take Tylenol, you got to take acetaminophen instead. So that all seemed like kind of covered ground. But now, yes, the Tylenol challenge is taking it as needed.
I don't really like the idea of challenges involving drugs.
Yeah, if it's a pill,
Yeah.
don't make it a challenge. But
don't love that.
Yeah.
Probably.
But we're gonna do it twice on today's show. So
I thought
Yes.
3 times. Was it only twice? There's 3 Tylenol mentions on.
no,
there.
we're gonna do the Tylenol challenge.
2 challenges
twice.
and then getting zooted.
And then it's like if
Is the
if you
zooted
do like
a
a power
product of
hour,
the first 2?
you keep drinking afterwards.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna do the
it's-
Tylenol
the
challenge.
2 Tylenol challenges are
And then
the pregame for
and
the
then
getting
come
zooted
down,
off Tylenol.
The come down Tylenol.
Tylenol challenge break to talk about Corey Perry. Tylenol challenge, and then we just fucking coast on that Lenol.
So he said
Tylenol.
Tylenol Domi. Nice.
Yeah, let's do some Tylenol names in the chat. Let's keep that populated. Very good. The trailer for Inside the NHL Faceoff did come out, and it's very good. No one's allowed to say stop talking about the Oilers to any show. They don't really say it to us, but if you were to, second year in a row, Oilers providing the content. Sean, hit us with the trailer, please.
Be interviewed. Take one.
What keeps you motivated at this stage of your career?
I think winning. I don't really know any different.
You can feel the pent-up energy and excitement.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
Let's face it. What a time to be making a hockey show.
Us against the world, boys.
This year, this year's been a turning of the page.
We're ready to go.
Hockey's having a moment.
A lot of heavy hitters around.
Let's know what they're in for here.
This was on the global stage.
It's about being on top, not just for the people in that room, but your country.
Watch this. Right
The
off the hop.
Faceoff stuff's gonna be.
Just want to show off for you there a little bit.
When you mix celebrity and hockey, there are so many storylines.
Are you mic'd up or no? Start talking.
He grabbed my stick. You didn't see that though, eh? Start skating people, everyone. I'm scared of you guys. I'm scared of you.
Those players behind the mask,
Nice.
Are you not entertained?
it's their moment now. What are they going to do with it?
Whether you're a hockey fan or not, you were watching it.
Oh, guys, come on. Are we moving? Or just dumb? Keep your stick on the ice! Quit f***ing and go to work!
As you said, best part is Mitch Marner telling people to hit people. I saw a lot of Mitch Marner hit stat cards that were floating around yesterday. He doesn't throw a lot of hits. It's still good advice, though. If you don't have the puck and it doesn't take you out of the play, hit
Devil's
someone.
advocate could say like Mitch Marner's telling people to hit people because that's
can't.
not his job.
Yeah, he can't do it. Worst part of it, PK Subban can't help himself. He's got one speed. We had the what was it, like dorkiest players in the, or coolest and least cool people in the NHL. That's that furthers my cause as to PK Subban, whom I love, is in the not cool category. Everything in that felt real and authentic.
Yeah.
And PK just made an ESPN read.
Yeah, but isn't that just PK at this point? Like I just think if you're expecting anything else, it's just you're
That's
gonna
what I was
get
gonna
one
say.
speed from PK all the time, and it's just like him cutting a promo, being inauthentic, trying to be a showman, and it's more self-serving than anything.
Did you feel compelled to, like, what was your version of that? Did you have any spots where you were like, you know what, this could get the promo? I'm gonna really.
I mean, I was like given things to read but like I try to make them not sound like I was reading them. I don't know how good I am at that. Probably not very good because I
He
didn't
didn't do
make the
very good.
trailer.
He didn't do very good at that, and he got the trailer.
So maybe I was that much worse. So I don't know, but I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited for it to come out. I'm excited for everybody to see it. I will say, I think my worst part of the trailer is like no pucks given. It says no pucks given at the end.
I agree.
And I think that we as a society, we as a hockey community have moved past the need for doing any sort of puck fuck puns. It's just that shit has been played out for so long.
In their defense, I didn't get that was the play they were going for. I thought that they were saying that this is...
They just don't give pucks.
They are no one's getting a puck. If you're I saw Jeff took his kid to a game and it said, my first game, can I have a puck? Benny, you ain't getting shit. Not from these guys.
That's true.
They're not giving anybody pucks.
That's true.
My favorite part was Seth Jarvis sprinting through the hallway for whatever apparent reason, and him being in his car, which we know was a big deal for him.
Tiguan, big Tiguan guy.
Although
that's his old car.
Yeah, that was his old car.
Oh, was it his old car? Okay.
Because he said he got a new Audi last year.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice what car it was in the thing. But
yeah.
I would not be shocked if Seth Jarvis has already crashed that Audi.
I was gonna say.
There's no way that man... Well, we know that he's not a good driver because it took him like 7 tries to get his license. And there's just no way that man is responsible with that car.
See, I think that there are some things that knowing yourself and not believing in yourself kind of makes you better at. For example, not to brag, never
you drunk
in my
drive
life,
all the time and you're a better driver.
Never in my life have I driven drunk or buzzed or anything, or like I never got near a car when I'd had a drop of alcohol because I was like, I don't think that I'm particularly good at things. I can't imagine that I'm good enough at driving to be playing at all down a man. So like, I feel like Seth Jarvis is the last person to text and drive, to do any sort of, like, I bet that when he is driving, he is 10-2 because he's like, Seth, you're going to fuck this up.
Like
and that makes it, and that means that he's less distracted. Like he's not a distracted driver, I bet.
Yeah, but he's still probably a bad driver.
He's a bad one.
Yeah.
But that probably makes him, he's probably still
he's not getting in
texting.
accidents because of negligence.
Yes, and I think that most people now, you get cars these days, they have so many built-in features to assume that people are texting and driving and doing all this dumb stuff. Seth Jarvis, I think, does not believe in himself as a driver, so that makes him a better driver than anybody else.
I don't think that Seth Jarvis believes in himself in many
That's the
aspects,
charm.
and I believe that that's probably what the Faceoff series is going to really pull the threads out.
That's what I'm most looking forward to in this series, is that we all can relate to the person who kind of doubts themselves or is depressed or doesn't believe in themselves, like any sort of thing like that. I'm not saying that that's necessarily what Seth Jarvis is, but Seth Jarvis has that while everybody is telling him, like, no, you're good, we love you. I don't have, like, any self-doubt I have or whatever is not happening while people are saying, you are so talented, you are so this, you are so that. So it's really got to be a mind fuck, and I think that this is going to be a bit of a peek into what goes on with Seth Jarvis. So I'm most looking forward to seeing him. I mean, Sean Monahan, a lot of guys that we've had on the show are in this, so it's going to be amazing. Have you seen stuff from it? Like, what do you think this series is going to be like?
I have not seen much of anything to this point, but we'll get a look at it at some point soon. I'm very excited. I'm honestly excited for the Crosby stuff. And, like, I know people love to make fun of Crosby for being boring and all that, but, like, he's very thoughtful, and the situation around him in Pittsburgh, I think people are very, very hungry to see what that looks like and where he's at mentally with all that. So I feel like that could be a really interesting look at where Sidney Crosby is at and maybe where he'll be in a handful of months.
So are they doing it where they release it before they're done shooting it? So, like, the finale is in Montreal?
No, I don't think it works that way. I think they have wrapped on season 2. This is not like it's not like Love Island. You know Love Island?
I know of Love Island.
Do you know like how they film it? They film it like
they
take the stupidest people and they film it.
Yes.
That's
No,
how
they release it like in real time, basically. Like the week that you watch the episode is filled with stuff that happened over the past week.
So it's South Park.
South Park is like they do it in 24 hours.
It's like Hard Knocks.
I can't believe that South Park, not to like get into a whole South Park thing, I can't believe that South Park is still going based off of how they do that show in those episodes. Like, I feel like they would have been burnt out and quit 10 years ago.
Well, do you know what happened last week?
They got a ton of money.
No,
probably not.
Well,
but
that's usually what
they
happens.
canceled.
they did not finish an episode in time.
But that's like the first time that's ever happened, right?
It might be the 0th time it ever happened, because the cynic in me, the skeptic, the journalist, if you will, say something very notable happened in the last couple of weeks. This would be the first episode since then. I wonder if they did have an episode that was not appropriate to air.
Well, that, or like they were trying to figure out how to do the episode, and there was probably a lot more yellow tape.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, where they probably had to pass that along to higher ups for approval.
I wouldn't have wanted to do an episode if I were South Park.
Definitely not.
No winning there.
No win situation, other than everybody watching it to see what they can have a problem with.
If it were like 25 years ago, where people are like, I want to see how far they either take a tragedy or take like whatever it may be, not just what happened a couple of weeks ago. Like that was kind of the game. Now, fuck that. And that's from a show that historically gives no pucks.
No pucks. No pucks given at all.
You know what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Okay. Corey Perry, who is he yelling at? I should know. I should remember like who didn't have their stick on the ice or something, but that series is a fucking fever dream to me now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember anything like any particular play, like Darnell Nurse maybe.
Maybe.
It has the stink of yelling at a defenseman who didn't keep his stick down on like a back check or defending on a rush or something.
Darnell Nurse scored a very sick goal in Game 4. Game 4 of that series, unbelievable. Great things happening.
I could see him yelling at Jake Wallman.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I feel like there's a high chance it wasn't somebody that was on the team last year.
Oh, you know what? It was. He was yelling at Jake Wallman in Game 4 for the play on which he scored a goal. Because remember, he just had his stick like that
That's true.
for like 30 minutes. Everybody knew he was going to shoot it.
Ice.
And he was yelling at him after they won the game, saying, that is horrible sportsmanship.
Great call by Tyler.
Yeah.
He could have been yelling at Evander Kane, who had 9,000 high sticking penalties. I totally forgot about that.
Obviously.
That is almost 100% the case.
And they traded Evander Kane the second the season was over.
Yeah, okay.
Even though they also didn't re-sign Corey Perry. But I find it hilarious being like him coming in and vaguely being like, boys, we need to keep our sticks on the fucking ice. And then everyone being like, Evander, you need to keep your stick on the ice.
Also, I'm pretty sure Corey Perry had a high sticking penalty.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Maybe he was talking to himself.
Well. What's that?
Maybe he was talking to himself.
Yeah.
Talking 88, need to keep your stick on the ice.
Corey Perry got that surgery, out 6 to 8 weeks. But once he's back, man, just make the whole dang schedule those two teams. It's going to be unbelievable.
Good call, Tyler. Also, good call by Ambassador Grease, who just says Cody FCC.
Cody FCC, amazing,
Banger.
great. My favorite one was Tylen Oliver Ekman Larson.
Good one.
Pretty good.
Yeah, keep them coming, folks. We like it a lot. If we liked it any more, it'd be Factor. Factor, quite frankly, my go-to right now. You know, you keep a busy life as the summer turns into fall.
No.
What is it?
It is fall.
It is fall.
Spiritually
and officially.
So I was checking with you. That's what I was saying.
Can your spiritual season come after the actual start of the season? Like, I feel like that only works if your spirit, like...
No, in most cases, the spiritual season comes before.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
I think that...
As do I.
Explain.
Shout out.
I come first.
What do you mean by that?
I come before.
I don't feel like similar to...
Pete's not a gentleman.
It's similar
right.
to South Park. I feel like there is no winning by any jokes any of us can make here.
Okay. 0 pucks given, if you will.
Factor comes first.
Factor or Pactor, because Amazon would call it Pactor.
Because it's packing?
No, because fuck turns into puck. Factor turns into Pactor. But
all right. Nice.
For the purposes of this, I'm going to call it Factor, which is just an incredible meal kit. They give you the cleanest, freshest. It's the best part about this. The cleanest, freshest ingredients, global flavors, things that can help you with any sort of goal. If your goal is to have a good meal each and every night, Factor's got you taken care of. If your goal is wellness, then You got GLP-1 friendly meals, Mediterranean diet options, so many different options from Factor, and there's more variety, there's more meals. So you could get something like seafood choices, salmon, shrimp, no extra cost. Really, whatever you want, Factor is going to make happen. And from more choices to better nutrition, that is why 97% of customers say Factor helped them live a healthier life. You could feel the difference no matter your routine. Have been cooking a lot more at home of late, and when it's with Factor, you're just using simpler things, cleaner things. It is the best way to having a great meal and feeling great afterwards. So eat smart at factormeals.com/whatchaos50off and use code whatchaos50off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code whatchaos50off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid on new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
Also want to tell you about our friends at Prize Picks, the best place to DFS. I'll be honest. I took a bit of a bath this weekend in football.
Oh.
Clean.
You say ooh?
I said ooh.
Ooh, yeah. I was on a bit of a hot streak. This weekend was a real heat check, but I'm not going to blame Prize Picks. I'm only blaming myself because
Prize Picks gives you all the options.
Prize Picks does give you all the options, and it is extremely easy to use. The interface is unbelievable. It's clean. All you got to do is set your lineup. You pick more or less on a bunch of player stats, and if you're better than me, you can win some money, up to 2,000x your money, in fact. Also, baseball, playoff baseball is right around the corner, and oh boy, I'm going to Prize Picks my fucking ass off.
I am. The wild card races in both leagues, by the way, exhilarating. Teams are fighting for their lives.
I mean, playoff baseball is exhilarating on its own.
But I love when we get to when playoff baseball starts a month early in both leagues.
Yeah, definitely.
Also,
but there's obviously nothing beats playoff hockey, but like the slow, gradual intensity of playoff baseball is incredible. And you just throw add a little bit of tension with your Prize Picks lineup when we're talking about strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, anything like that, more or less. Oh, tension up the wazoo.
Yes. As I mentioned last week, by the way, we do have totals, NHL season totals you can make a slate of on Prize Picks. Some of which
if that's your thing, I'm happy for you. I like the instant gratification of
I
daily
agree.
FS.
Well, that's why that's why you do both.
Exactly.
But some of these are like Connor Bedard, 72.5 points, or Leon Draisaitl, 47.5 goals.
Ooh, less than
tough. Yeah,
I know, but I feel like that's a pretty
What's
good.
What's the McDavid goals?
I don't know if we have McDavid goals. We have McDavid points at 118.5.
Well, they don't know who he's going to be finishing the season with.
Connor McDavid, 36.5 for Connor McDavid.
How many is it?
36.5
goals?
More than 40
I might
scorer.
double that.
Seven. I mean, that's a little 70 goal season, but yeah, some very interesting totals in here. So you can do get your quick fix with some baseball and then make some investments.
One of the best parts about Prize Picks is that you can mix and match.
True.
You can use several sports.
You're
talking about women's basketball, hockey, esports, baseball, all this cool shit.
I do love those kind of slates where you have you got a total for tonight and then you've got a future for the end of the season. So you win,
That's insane.
you win one, and then you're just you gotta wait. You gotta wait all year.
That. We're not doing that.
Prize Picks, it's a smorgasbord.
You can do whatever you want on Prize Picks. They give you a ton of freedom, but I ain't doing that shit. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win. You automatically get that $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. It's guaranteed. They offer many weekly promotions that can lead to even bigger payouts. So sign up for Prize Picks today. And use code WhatChaos to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. One more time, download the app today, use code WhatChaos, and you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
Okay.
We also have a super chat from our friend Clubbers, who says, missed you boys. We missed you too, Clubbers, and I saw you going through it with the old Mammoth preseason hockey. First run of Mammoth preseason hockey you've ever got your eyes on. Love that.
Kreider roughing up Tisha Gimlin a little bit. I don't know if you saw that. They got into it a little bit. I always find it funny when vets fuck with literal children like that.
Utah Mammoth suffering a big loss. Welcome back to Boston, Bell Fraser. who has
That's
left
right.
Utah.
They also
and is now working for the Bruins.
Parted ways with Connor Ingram last week.
That's right.
You had a take on the Mammoths jerseys.
Yes.
That you really like the new look. And what I
got annoyed with you via text, and I was doing my best to convey that I was not annoyed with you.
Yeah, no, I could tell you were annoyed, but like
said something was wrong.
I'm right.
Oh my God, Pete! Now I'm
right.
annoyed with you in real life.
DJ said that he really loves the Mammoths away uniforms, which
I said
are
the Mammoth away uniforms look great, and Pete said they're
basically the same.
That's all you needed to say. Is basically, and then I was saying, oh yeah, like they're very similar, but they're not literally the same. And you said yes, they are.
I didn't say literally.
You said literally.
I don't think I said literally. I said
this is
exactly.
quite easy to number crunch.
I think I said they're
DJ
exactly the same.
sent a picture of I believe Amelka and his new pads and the jersey and everything. And
By the
DJ
way,
said-
too much going on with the pads.
I agree. There's
The
no
Mammoth
getting
thing
Mammoth.
is
I think
just way
I love
too much
it,
going
but
on.
like
one thing, but the Mammoth being literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Is a little, like usually when you do the pad picture, like you got to split it up over the two pads.
Yeah.
So it makes one picture when you put it together.
I love it, but it's not
Good
the
in
best.
theory. Good in theory. Execution not great. But DJ said Mammoth roads look pretty sick, TBH, and said I can't remember if I wanted them to do something different or what, but these look great. And Pete said, and I quote, "They're exactly the same."
Exactly.
Yeah. And DJ said, which I'll be honest was the biggest problem of this entire conversation to me. DJ said, "Fam, no." And then they're basically the same, but def not the same. And then Pete said they're almost exactly the same. And DJ said it's the same style, but different lettering and patches. And then yeah.
The only thing that's
This
different.
was semantics.
So
The only thing
I
that's
just took issue
different
with
is
you
that they
saying
made it like a
exactly.
little bit italicized.
My takeaway from this conversation was these jerseys are not different enough from last year's jerseys for you to have a different take on them.
Exactly.
Is my
Yes.
opinion. I think if you like these jerseys, I liked them last year.
Being
I like
these
them
are
this year.
sick is like
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I
I
get
mean,
where
the
you were
only
coming
person who
from.
said anything wrong in that was you. You said they are exactly the same,
you
which
said
they
they're
are not.
sick.
I mean,
You
I
said
think your
these
opinion
Mammoth
is
jerseys
incorrect,
are
but
sick.
it is an opinion. Well, I guess your
You can
opinion is
twist
not
it around
incorrect.
to say I was saying whatever you want.
I will
but-
say that I was wrong to
Yes.
say that they were exactly the same.
They
They're
were not,
exactly
but I
the
agree.
same.
I got what Pete was getting at.
But
which
I
is
was
that
saying I can't remember if
Yes.
I wanted them to be like
different. Yeah.
different in terms of like style or whatever, or if I thought that this was a downgrade by changing the lettering and the stylization of it. But I saw that and I was like, I think that looks better than whatever was out there last year. And I liked and this is an honest way of putting it, I liked the clean look that they had last year with their away jerseys. And now the patches I like. I do think that the different lettering and the italics looks good.
Can we throw up just like a quick look at the new version?
Yeah, I'll try to find one.
But yeah, like I mean, I would say that it's an upgrade. It has a little bit more something to it. But
That was the conversation I was trying to have, but
yeah.
I
think that you came from a place of too much excitement, and maybe I came from a place of
there's an
throwing
there
too much water on it.
There was an overcorrection.
Fair.
I would agree. Yeah, I don't know why I can't find this picture.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm in a bad place with the Mammoth jerseys, I guess, just from the sake of the homes, because I don't like them, and I think that people like them, and that's fine. But yeah, I had like I wanted to throw water on you being like, these are sick.
you might not have a good time when we do our Fanatics stream, Pete. That's all I'm saying.
You might not either. We'll see. But yeah, I think that there's the picture of the Utah jerseys. Like that picture could have come from last year. Like I feel like I'm suffering from what a lot of people suffer from when it comes to Bruins uniforms. They're like, that's not different. They changed their uniforms. They don't look different.
I mean,
that doesn't look different to me.
I kind of had that reaction to the Bruins uniform. The Bruins uniforms are definitely a much more drastic change from last year's than these are from last year's. It's tough because this is a goalie and the patches look too small. The patches look way too tiny, but I get that it's a goalie, so it might not look like that on the other players.
What do you think of the font, Sean? This
Font
doesn't really
is
help
good.
here
The font
because
is
there's
tough.
not a no. I mean like the lettering, not where it says Utah.
It's fine.
But like they
Yeah, it's got a little more character to it. I don't know. I'd have to see more of it. Ultimately my reaction is what I was saying earlier, is that it's just not different enough for it to change my opinion on it like at all.
I think
but I think it's a good jersey. I've always liked
spiritually
their
the same
jerseys.
jersey.
Yeah, but I've always liked their jerseys.
I think that it is not. I give it credit for not doing what I think a lot of people would do with a new logo and new branding.
Slap it
these
everywhere,
days, which
like
is
Vamelka.
No, like I think that it would be like more. I mean, that might be sans serif, but just like you think of like the one kind of like gentrification font and like 2D and all these things, like that's a little more like kind of like 90s fun.
I feel like everything for their brand is kind of inspired by like a whipping snow. And so when you kind of look at it through that lens, like it all kind of makes sense. Like everything's kind of getting blown forward, leaning forward a little bit. It's very much like I don't know. I feel like they're still discovering what their brand and their identity is.
They're doing a lot of sharp edges, which I think is
very tech bro.
Very Ryan Smith.
Yes.
Because he does a lot of sharp edges with like logos with the jazz and stuff too.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
I don't mind.
Still just needs purple.
So we haven't talked about the Utah practice facility.
Sick.
It looks unbelievable. And
man.
the fact that they were able to get that done in a year is very impressive.
I mean,
I will say for Ryan Smith, like he gets shit done.
Yeah, I mean,
he will put money into it. Like the arena looks great. He's
the perfect sports
practice
owner.
facility looks great. He is
so
the
far.
perfect sports
so
owner.
far.
So
Obviously, a lot of that can change, but I mean,
he's
I
invested.
tweeted it.
He's a fan. He puts his money where his mouth is, and he gets shit done.
And he sits on the glass.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck that
I respect
press
Ryan
box
Smith
shit.
so much.
Yeah, I tweeted it when those pictures came out. Made me incredibly sad, and I know we're going to talk about this maybe a little bit at some point. But like, Arizona could have had every ounce of that because nothing about the Utah experience is particularly unique to Utah. I get that players like living in Utah, and Utah seems awesome, but like all of that could have existed in Arizona had they had proper ownership, and it makes me so sad to see those players that I got very emotionally attached to enjoy this somewhere else.
And I feel like in sports, like the owner being an extension of the team and being like a fan of the team is such a dying breed.
Yeah, I mean,
right
especially
now,
in hockey, like you don't see it at all in hockey.
Yeah, like what other like notable owners?
Andlauer was the last time that we talked about an owner, I feel like. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, correction. Doug Sifu was the last time we talked about an owner, albeit minority.
That's true.
But
yeah, Jerry Jones, like I have a lot of issues with Jerry Jones, especially recently with Micah Parsons and that shit. But like,
gets clicks,
but I love that Jerry Jones is a fan of the Cowboys. I love that like sometimes he's too much a fan of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I like when somebody owns a team for like the passion of owning the team, and they are part of the brand.
Yeah, and I like the fact that like you can assume that his decisions, like I'm thinking of Carly Ursay, where like his decisions are much more informed because he's clearly like very hands-on, which obviously can be problematic to a certain extent, but like he seems like he is very much tapped in, which I guess when you look at the other team that he owns, probably maybe not a great precedent, but still, it could be way worse.
We got a ton more jersey developments. The Bruins jerseys, as the preseason has started, have now been seen in action. Sean, do we have any picks? Yeah, look at that.
So good.
Look how nice.
So good.
Look at that.
The away jerseys are
Look at it.
One of the best uniforms in hockey now.
What do you think of that, Pete?
Oh, okay. You made the logo even bigger, and I did not notice that's how big the logo is normally.
It is huge.
Go back.
And it looks almost distracting. Or not distracting. It looks like it actually could be cumbersome for the players because I was watching and that bee is fucking flying around and like hitting them in the arms and like brushing up against parts of their jersey.
Because it's not like a breakaway jersey.
No,
it's
that's
like
it's
real
a hard
embroidered
thing
patch.
that's hitting. Granted, like people are hitting them and pucks are hitting them, so they can take it and they're wearing padding. But I'm waiting for a player to say off the record something that like it's uncomfortable.
Well, it's going to be like when the NBA had the new balls.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say when MLB had their new pants.
True.
When everyone
yeah.
is just like,
But I don't think that was like a performance thing. That was like I don't want everybody to see my dick.
But it was
on
also like they
television.
stopped making custom measurements for the pants and stuff too. So like guys weren't getting tailored pants
True.
anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
I mean, if the players start talking, it'll change.
Yeah, and I cannot wait to blame any of the Bruins struggles on just the logo being too big.
Yeah.
On there.
Could you imagine if last year, if like Nikita Zadorov breaks his stick trying to clear the puck and then they immediately give up a game-winning goal? Like,
the logo
crest.
is in the way.
I mean, I could imagine that happening. Just
I can imagine every
period.
part of that, yeah. I mean, I don't have to.
I did get some light confirmation that the logo in crest is factually too big. It was a production error, and they made the crest too big on these jerseys. So, like, they are about 15 to 20% larger than like any other crest in the NHL. So I would expect that will be fixed at some point in the nearish future.
I'm going to be a journalist here. Do you believe that?
I do
you think
believe that.
Some dude, because someone might say that if the jersey's getting criticized or people are saying that's too big.
No,
Yeah,
I trust who it came from.
Okay.
And the motivations that would be the lack of motivation that would be behind that.
Okay. I think that I think it's cool that it's that big, but I like seriously do, from watching it in action, I do wonder if a player or two is going to be like, yo, this is too big. This is uncomfortable. Other than that, though, it's a 9 out of 10 jersey. It looks great.
So good.
One of the best in the league.
Will say I'm pissed off because you brought this up last week, Pete, about how potentially they left that empty shoulder for the sponsor patch, and they didn't. They still had their normal sponsor patch at the normal spot. And the asymmetrical shoulder patches is the dumbest thing of all time. There is no legitimate argument for it.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love the blank spot. Like, I like keeping it blank. If you want to move your advertisement,
Yeah,
there.
if you wanted to fill it up
Like,
with something and it not be
yeah.
blank, that's fine. Or have no shoulder patches at all, also fine.
How do we think of the shoulder patch that is there?
I think it's sick. This is such a good jersey. It's like, I still don't
It's
think it's
not my
top five.
I can't like it because I know what it replaced.
Yes, exactly.
It replaced the crack bear, and it's just I've been wanting that back for so long, and right here, it's just like it's right here. Just put that on the shoulder patch.
Have you considered that they didn't want to, shoot their load on this too early because the crack bear is going to be an important part of another jersey they have to release later this year?
Are
Potentially.
you saying?
Yeah.
I'm obviously saying
I
that with
mean,
no
if
information.
there were ever a place to
Yeah.
roll out crack bear in its full form, it would be Florida.
We got
And
another
it's
salesman.
the
in the-
Florida man of bears.
We got another journalist in the chat. WTG Paul thinking the same thing. Blaming the plant for your mistake is a classic salesman behavior.
Like he's saying that the
someone
team
could be passing the buck.
maybe, but all I know is I believe that it is in fact too big.
Oh yeah, it is, and you said 15-20%. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like it is 15 to 20% too big, but it's still an awesome jersey, and it looks great.
I think that they should wear those at home.
I agree.
Yeah,
that was also I was going to say that
always
with,
home whites.
with the
No,
Utah.
I disagree with that. I don't think I don't think always home whites. I think that it should be on a team by team basis, and teams that have their best jersey in white should wear that at home. Like
I
the
agree. That's a
Detroit
lot.
Red
That
Wings
happens
should
a lot in the
wear
NFL.
The Detroit Red Wings should wear their white jersey at home.
I mean, I've
the
said this
Boston
before.
Bruins should now wear their white jersey at home, and there
Utah.
are several other teams that like I think that the Winnipeg Jets should do it because
Yeah,
they do the whiteout in the playoffs.
It always drives me fucking insane when teams do a colored theme for their crowd and then don't match.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I've said it before. I think Utah should wear their home whites. A, because the whites are better than the blacks.
Excuse me.
Shout out Pete.
Yeah.
And
That's Pete's line.
B, like I said earlier, it seemed like so much of their brand is inspired by kind of like the snow and the mountains, and they're new. Do the home whites.
Yeah, I take back saying that it should always be home whites, but I grew up on home whites, and that's what I don't know.
I know that like a lot of people use the nostalgia play as the reason why they want home whites to come back. I think that I heard it a week or two ago. Somebody said that they want the home whites because it's exciting as a fan to see other teams' colors come in and them play in their in like those primary colored jerseys. So That makes sense to me too. I just don't want it. I just don't want every team to wear white at home. I want it to be like a number of teams' thing.
Yeah, I agree. I also agree that we should have more primary versus primary, more red versus blue. And not always, but I think like we should get a red versus blue Red Wings and Leafs game at least once a year. And well, the other thing I was going to say is like as far as the wearing white at home, similar to like baseball wearing the city name on their jerseys on the road, like you should want to represent your city, your brand, your colors when you're going to battle, not when you're at home where everyone's already representing that stuff.
You're going to plant your flag.
Yes.
I like it a lot. Ranger Centennial jerseys, what do we think?
It's just a Rangers jersey. I don't love the collar. The collar is way too thick. I think I said it makes them look like nuns. I stand by that. Other than that, it's just like a boring Rangers jersey.
We've got to do away with the mandated shield on the like chest of the collar of the jersey.
Yeah,
that
like
they could. I'm not giving whoever made this jersey a pass, but without that, they could have done different stuff. Without that shield needing to be there, I feel like go maybe a little thinner on the collar.
I mean,
I just
if
think
if it's not there, you can use the lace. You can use a lace neckline.
Yeah.
Like in the Rangers home jerseys, like their regular home jerseys, I believe they use lace.
Yeah, I think they do
I just
too.
hate that
it's
they
a red and it's like a red collar, and then they have.
I hate that they mix the light blue and dark blue. I just pick a side.
I don't mind this jersey at all outside of the neckline.
Yeah, I think that it is. If we have to give it a good or bad, which is I think something we should start doing with jerseys. This is a good jersey.
Good jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, begrudging?
Doesn't offend me.
Like I would probably lean. Like, it would probably like land if there's a spectrum closer to the middle than good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
I
not
agree.
a bad
But
jersey
that's
by any means.
Okay.
All right, let's go to one that is an even tougher call. Sean, give me the Edmonton Oilers alternate jerseys.
I need to immediately push back on this being a tougher call.
I am brave,
being
and will say
facetious.
Yeah.
I don't know what rendering this is, but that's a tiny ass C. That's not. It looks bigger in real life.
That's what they all say.
Too easy. That's a bad jersey.
That jersey fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's
and I know that
very, very
jersey taste is subjective. I'm willing to say this jersey fucking sucks objectively. And if you think that it's great, I'm happy for you, but you are also wrong, and I hate you.
I say it all the time. Everyone's entitled to their own incorrect opinion.
I've never heard anybody say it's great.
I've
have.
seen several Oilers fans
Yeah.
say that it is
I'm
great.
pretty sure
I've seen
Tyler
several
Yaremchuk said it
non-Oilers
was
fans
great.
say that it's great.
Which, if you are a non-Oilers fan and you like this jersey, seek help.
So there's one big reason why I feel like this jersey objectively sucks. And it's because the front of the jersey features the Oilers word mark, which is fine in a vacuum, whatever. It's not
Don't even
special.
think
It
that's
reminds
true,
me of the NBA Christmas jerseys.
Yep.
But that's like an old school sort of throwback retro style font that makes you think, oh, classic. And then you look at the back of the jersey and you have this modern font and number that just clashes so hard.
It's very reverse retro-esque font.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
I think that is the
It looks
font
like they
of-
slapped two different eras on one jersey, and it throws me off like crazy.
The Oilers thing, for a franchise that has so much history, it just screams like throwback. Like, it's like, this is not, as far as I'm aware,
Correct.
not from a particular thing, but it's supposed to have like a retro kind of heritage feel to it. And then, yeah, the back is just super modern. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a bad jersey.
The front and the back are two different jerseys.
Yeah.
I don't like I really don't like the stripe that goes through the shoulder. I think that's fine on the front, but on the back, maybe it's because there needs to be the gap for the Fanatics logo, but I think that looks really bad. I don't hate this jersey the way that a lot of people do. I think that most of the feedback on this has been like bad jersey, and then a lot of people hate it. I don't hate it. And who knows what it'll look like in action and stuff. And I'm sure that at some point my eyes will get used to it. But think of the other alternates the Oilers have done. Like you're not just being compared to your own jersey, your normal jersey, which is pretty close to a 10. You're being compared to other creative things that you've done. And we talked about or before the show, Pete, you were talking about the shoulder patch that it has, which is a kind of modern, what I was talking about when we were saying with the Utah thing, like that looks more like what somebody would come up with for a modern logo. Mm-hmm. If that's on the front, it's still not an amazing jersey, but it, I think, has more of an identity.
Yeah,
I like them leading into the oil country thing.
Just pick a direction is my thing. Like, I agree with you in that, like, it's not so bad that it like burns my eyes or anything. And I think part of the reason I hate it so much is that there could be a good jersey in there somewhere. It's just they didn't really seem to have much of a vision and played two roads and just didn't choose a road. And that pisses me off.
Anybody want to count how many of those patches exist on any one of these jerseys? One. Same thing with the Bruins. They did an asymmetrical jersey patch.
Yeah, I mean, I said before the show, it is going to be crucial, folks, if you're buying one of these jerseys, don't get the sponsor patch on it, because the only hope the front of the jersey has of looking cool is kind of leaning into a vintagey type of thing. So I would honestly say get a player that does not have a C or an A and don't get the sponsor patch.
There's got to be something behind why all these teams are doing one shoulder patch. And I don't know what it is, but there's got to be a reason, because the Rangers did it too.
Oh, did they also?
Well, the Rangers put their
they put their
sponsor up there.
Yes.
And so did the Red Wings, and now multiple teams have unveiled jerseys with a blank shoulder.
But I just don't understand what reason there would be to not just do it immediately.
Oh, good call, Stan. Wouldn't be terrible if you got a blank of this.
Oh,
because you're avoiding,
you're eliminating the bad part of the jersey.
Well, no, you're eliminating the clash.
Yes,
the bad part of the jersey to me still
bad
is
part of
the
the
front.
jersey is there no matter what.
Yeah, so
because
if you could have a blank
bad
front
parts.
jersey, go crazy. I said it earlier. I think this jersey looks way better with the. Again, you're just making it a reverse retro jersey at this point, but doing the meteor. Also, Buddha James just gave me my worst nightmare of all time.
Yeah,
that this is a spot for a second jersey sponsor, and if that's the case.
Maybe they'll have a good logo.
That's bad. Yeah. You also can't have the Bruins and the Oilers be the first teams to go double jersey sponsor. Like, leave that to like a small market team.
Yeah, like the fact that the Buffalo Sabres don't have a jersey, they're one of the few teams that don't have a jersey sponsor still, is kind of crazy.
Terry.
You got to remember, Sean, Bruins couldn't afford Brad Marchand.
The Sabres couldn't afford.
They're down in the dumps financially.
The Sabres couldn't afford Jeff Skinner. And they spent all that money on a Jumbotron, and they still don't have a jersey sponsor.
I'll tell you what, Sean, I was peeping some Sabres preseason stuff. I know that scoreboard inside and out because I famously built a replica of it for a Halloween costume. Every time I see that scoreboard, it knocks my socks off. It is a great scoreboard.
It is great. It's unfortunate because it is like it's like that meme of the Lamborghini and the outside the trap house.
Yeah,
like the rest of that arena sucks, and the team also might suck. So it's a little out of place, but it does look nice.
Speaking of things that memorialize Jeff Skinner,
he scored. By the way, he scored for the Sharks.
Oh hell yeah!
There's been a lot of good preseason scoring so far.
The Jeff Skinner. I know Jeff Skinner only played 1 year in Edmonton, and it didn't go super well. Got a little bit of a problem with Ike Howard wearing number 53.
Yes.
It seems so specific.
It's such a random number that it seems like
almost someone approached him.
And I'm so used to people disrespecting and putting a little bit of stink on Jeff Skinner's name that anytime I see that, I can't help but think that, like, the fuck is this guy's problem, and why is he pissing on Jeff Skinner's grave?
Maybe someone approached him and was like, "We need to erase the memory of."
Yeah, maybe he's doing that
number.
to pander to his teammates.
He's getting a number retired. We talked about retiring, but numbers with bad histories. They spiritually retired that number, and they brought it right back.
You catch the game last night?
The Oilers game?
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Call it the Jets game. Whatever. He's scoring more goals than Jeff Skinner.
I did see the goal. I saw the goal he scored, and it was a pretty nice goal.
Scored a nice goal. I'll tell you who I thought had a better goal was Quinn Hudson. Watch out, world. Don't sleep on Quinn. Unbelievable redirect. Really, really good stuff in front of the net.
Rasmus Dahlin is mid-season form. Also, shout out Rasmus Dahlin and his wife,
Yeah.
fiance. But mid-season form, absolutely just walking people already, going between legs on some poor kid who's probably going to be playing in the AHL. Very good to see.
Let's keep.
What happened with his wife? His wife like almost died.
His wife had heart failure, and a heart transplant. Was in the hospital for quite a long time in Sweden over the summer. And he just sent out a letter, I think on Monday, announcing that. So I can't even imagine.
Oh, shout out Everblades calling us matchy. Said just started the stream. What is it? Dress like an idiot day? Wait for the next 10 seconds, brother.
There's a whole conversation.
That is the just getting proven right, left and right. I mean, while we're talking about, did you see the preseason stuff? Sean, we discussed before the show, like preseason hockey, stupid, not worth watching. Should boycott it.
Philosophical opposition to preseason sports.
Every bit of it I caught though. I've been kind of into it so far. I'm getting to see new jerseys. I'm getting to see guys in new places. I saw my guy Connor Bedard score last night. Real good stuff.
I don't have a problem with watching it. I have a problem with taking anything away from it.
Exactly.
If you're a sicko who's like, I'm watching these 18-year-olds play, by all means.
I'm excited that hockey's on TV, and I'm excited to see a lot of the players that I love. I'm not going to take it super seriously.
Yes.
But part of the fun of preseason hockey is that it's not like the NFL where like the starters will get a series or two or a quarter and then they take everybody out and then they put in the backups and like the B team. What's fun about preseason hockey is that you'll get Connor Bedard playing with a bunch of AHLers, which is what you're going to get for 82 games if you're a Chicago Blackhawks fan most times. But no, I like that you're getting star players who are playing with guys that you'll never hear for the rest of the year.
So I suggested the other day they should do it like the NFL, which is first period, first 10, 15 minutes, you're playing your normal guys, and then you sprinkle in some AHL guys, and by the end of the game, and you need like 400 people to be able to do this, but whatever. By the end of the game, it's like Laz is out there. Like Johnny Lazarus and the Powers brothers are playing NHL games.
Bob tweeted out the Oilers lines for morning skate, and it is awesome. Like, you got that first line that we discussed a little bit.
Sean, break the news to folks who don't know. What is the Oilers' first line to begin the season?
Of course, Connor McDavid up the middle, with the absence of some
for the last
players.
time.
Leon Draisaitl on one wing and the boy Trent Frederick on the other.
First line. McDavid, Draisaitl, Frederick is so fucking funny. That's what I'm saying.
That is
Frederick is an actual NHL player,
and actually probably going to be on the first line.
I mean, that's
to start the season.
Crazy.
But what I wanted to get to was like you look at the next line, and it's Jarventi, Tomasic, and Mangiapane, and then Janmark, Lazar, Hudson, Hamblin, Szymanski, Klattenberg. Like, most people don't know who most of those guys are, and then also it includes the greatest player of all time and his best friend / third best player in the NHL, fourth best player in the NHL. Like, that rocks.
Very good.
I'm not taking, like, that's my least favorite thing about any preseason sports when they're like, or when people bring down like training camp. It's like, you don't know what they're trying to accomplish. So critiquing like what these players or what this team's going to look like based on the preseason is ridiculous.
I will say that I will not read into preseason, or don't read too much into preseason, is reaching no pucks given territory. Every cool clip I've seen has been accompanied by somebody saying like, I don't want to read into preseason, but this was pretty sick. Just say it was pretty sick.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Dahlin walking somebody, or Zadorov.
It's so fucking cool.
You know what part of the Zadorov game-winning goal that I didn't give a shit about was the goal. Like, I don't care.
Oh, no, I cared about the goal.
I mean, fine. But, like,
needed that win.
The least cool part of it. Like, the cool part, like, what I care about of preseason stuff is, like, the funny shit, random stuff, not the actual, like, quality of play or who's winning games.
You're going to say that Nikita Zadorov scoring a game-winning goal in overtime isn't the funny shit?
First off, that's your fucking captain, so put some goddamn respect on his name.
Let's set it up. The highlight of the preseason so far is Nikita Zadorov scoring the overtime winner against the Rangers and then leaving the ice before the light was on. And the question that comes from it, amazing. He even goes by the backup goalie, like, get the fuck out of my way, sir.
Anyone.
Yeah, he does not know that guy works for the Bruins.
56, who he definitely doesn't know 56's name, by the way. Just like not knowing what to do here and being like, just laughing at it and then going back to celebrate with the rest of the team. I feel like usually
confused.
Like,
And they all go to the door
Lush
'cause
there had a great game, nice showing, and not a single acknowledgement from Nikita Zadorov.
Yeah.
And 56 is at the door. He's like, oh, so I guess we're leaving. And then he's like, oh, no, just he left. Am I supposed to leave? What are we doing?
Yeah, as I was saying,
I guess
he
I'm
did
the
not
face of
know
the
what to-
celebration
Yeah,
now.
I don't know what to do here.
The question, though, was that a Matthew Tkachuk, let's go, boys, we got more business to do, or is that a guy who was just fucking
Two
dumb?
reasons why I think it falls into the latter
Yeah.
category. One, it's Nikita Zadorov. Number two, he doesn't look at a single one of his teammates to suggest, let's go, boys.
He has the same energy that I have towards preseason, where it's like, this is fucking preseason. What am I gonna do? We're gonna fucking celebrate this shit? Act like you've been here before.
Any
Get off the
lip
ice.
readers out there? Did he say, do not read into what happens in preseason? I will not read into this goal. I do not think I'm a goal scorer. Although, credit to him, he scored instead of running over the goalie. It was a long shift for him, though. He was out there for, I believe, 1 minute and 43 seconds, which is too long for any hockey player at any level. So it could have just been that. He was tired, but nah.
It's always funny because like usually when you do that, everyone's like, all right, let's go. Like we're all getting off the ice.
Yeah, no, that's what Tkachuk did.
There was
That's what I'm
no
saying.
call.
He was
to-
like,
But
let's go, boys.
Like everybody else usually, yeah, it's like they know to follow, but these guys are like, we got to celebrate with the goal.
So you're saying that he was leading by example.
maybe
Sounds like
attempting
captain
to.
behavior.
I think he's captain. He was wearing the A, and there clearly is no C, so that's as close as anybody on the Bruins is getting right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, we started it as a joke, but like it's closer to being true.
I mean,
than it is false.
If like Sturm, for example, is looking specifically for like a vocal leader, and you're like, okay, that's not Pastrnak. Like, who's next on that list?
yeah, like who's the loudest in the room?
It's
I'm willing to
Nikita
bet it's
Zadorov.
probably Zadorov.
I
When
get-
has Nikita Zadorov benefited from being vocal, though, other than making our podcast cooler?
Getting traded, which he's wanted to do.
yeah,
several
yeah,
times.
yeah. When he has wanted to get traded, being vocal,
I mean,
has been an avenue.
This team has such a clear, like, you just give A's to him, McAvoy, and Pastrnak and call it a day. No one, you don't need a captain right now.
I would love if he were one of the A's.
Why? I mean, I get that it's not a full roster, but like, I feel like he is. I feel like he is the most identity-wise, the most Bruin leader. Like he got a Boston vibe to him. He's like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna beat somebody up.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of this frou-frou bullshit. I'm here to play hockey."
You can't spell Janot.
I was gonna
or
say, at
Corrali
some
without an A. It's going to
point-
be Corrali or
Yeah.
Janot or something.
I wouldn't be
God.
surprised.
Corrali, I wouldn't hate.
Corrali, I wouldn't hate, but that seems more lifetime achievement award more
And
than anything.
does anyone on the team know him? Like, there's been a lot of turnover since he
Pastrnak?
left. Pastrnak,
McAvoy, is that it?
like maybe.
I wouldn't hate like letting Elias Lindholm hold an A every once in a while just to be like, we need you, pal.
Do
So
do a
you
little-
gotta
do
be
a little
somebody on this
Oilers,
team.
Do a little Oilers and have certain guys wear it on the road.
Yeah, like
at
they're
home.
gonna give out so many A's.
Just there's
this
going to be
year.
6 A's.
It's going to
or
be
like 9
It's
A's.
going to be
It's
a middle school.
You're
gym
going to have like
class.
3
Everybody's
A's for
getting an A.
home, 3 A's for like a divisional game, 3 different A's for the road.
Did you make that up, Pete?
Everybody
Yeah.
in A. What'd you
It's gonna
say?
be-
I said it's going to be a middle school gym class. Everybody gets an A.
Bar.
That was very, very good, Pete.
Thank you very much.
I'll tag it with this. I will go down saying, I said it last year. I'm going to say it again this year. The Zadorov contract and the Elias Lindholm contracts will not be bad.
Yeah, I mean,
They're not going to age.
they're not going to.
poorly.
I don't know if they're going to be good, but I don't expect them to be as bad as they looked last year. I hope that I am correct in that.
I think that Lindholm will be fine, good, not great, and he's not really getting paid to be great. So all is well in Bruins land with those wonderful jerseys. All is not well in San Jose because they got busted, Sean. They put up a banner that, folks, was not true. Let's see it. Bang. President's Trophy 2015, 2016. I don't know who figured it out, who thought about it, who noticed it, but it's just not true. They didn't do it. They didn't win the President's Trophy then.
They didn't even come close.
And it was not close.
They
Not.
did not win their division.
Weren't they like 10th in total points that year?
I believe that they.
Like 8th or 10th, something like that? It was.
I think they were closer to the middle of the league than the top of the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, it was like.
Yeah. So they just straight up lied, and I don't even know like what they were going for there. When was the last time they won the President's Trophy? Like 2000. Like I believe it was before 2010.
Okay, President's Trophy winners by year. Let's find the Sharks. 2009 was the last time they won it. The 2015-16 winners, by the way, that would be your Washington Capitals.
That's right.
120 points. That's a hard-earned figure.
The Sharks finished third in their own division.
So, I think Ambassador Greece is probably getting at what happened here. Like, they won Prince of Wales and just confused them or something. Like,
because that was the year that they
won the
went
West
to the
thing.
Stanley
That's
Cup
why, at least
final
according
and
to
lost.
They
to
were
the
making the
Penguins.
banner and they typed in PR and then the thing where
Just
it's like blue says like Prince of, hit enter, printed.
Yeah, so they lost the Penguins in the final that year.
Strikes me as there is somebody in the office who's responsible for this, and they just maybe career was more like sales or marketing than it was necessarily being in hockey, and they just didn't fully understand what they were doing.
I will tell you,
do you know how we talk all the time about like how did this make it past like one layer of approval in like in a boardroom? It's like how did this go to print or how did this get aired?
How did this get hung up? Is the biggest question.
How did this get printed?
I think it being printed is
transported
excusable.
and raised to the rafters.
I think every ounce of that is excusable up until it gets raised to the banners. Because like I think it could be one person that is just required to send the text being like, hey, we have to replace our banners, so replace them. One person just got a little confused on one of the banners. They sent it, and then they got brought in. The second you open that up and you look, and then again, it was probably just like facilities guys who were like, okay, these are the new banners, we got to hang them up, and then didn't. But I just don't understand. It can't get to a point where there's members of the public taking pictures of it. Like if it goes up, it has to immediately come down. That's the thing.
So
that
I
most
agree.
confuses
It
me.
had to have been in a batch of things.
Yes, because
I
believe they replaced all of
let's
their
put up
banners.
this one banner.
Yes.
Let's write an incorrect thing. It was definitely they were redoing a bunch of them or something.
Because I saw someone tweet that like, by the way, Sharks, the old banners were better. So I think they had just replaced all of their banners. But again, the fact that it got hung up and was up long enough for somebody to see it and tweet out a picture can't happen.
I will say for probably more than 20 teams, you could put up a fake banner and nobody, and I mean nobody, would notice.
Like a fake banner saying what?
You can't do
Division
that.
champs,
Yes.
conference champs, whatever year, like you could put that up and like we could go to the Garden would be tough, but like they might not be one of the 20 teams. But we could go.
I think if you snuck a division title banner, even in the Garden, especially with how many of those banners there are,
I think you're getting at least 2 years out of it.
Do the Bruins even hang up those kind of banners?
Yeah, I think they have division champ banners.
I think
only
they
had
have
cup banners.
a banner that just has all the years that they won them.
Could
be wrong.
I think that there is definitely a line in terms of like the magnitude of the achievement that the banner is celebrating where it would be noticed. I guess it depends on the achievement and the team, because there are teams that just don't have a lot of banners.
Right. If you did it in Nashville, people would be like, "Oh, I didn't remember Nashville having it like that in 2006."
That is a horrible example to use because Nashville hangs banners for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
So,
you are
like,
right that they have a banner that just has the years, which you could easily sneak a couple of
That's
years
what I'm
onto one of
saying.
those.
No one's noticing
Definitely.
that for a while.
That is for sure. I think if you hang up like the Sabres, for example, you can't put up anything. Because if there's a banner that all of a sudden says 2014, you're like, I know that's not true. I haven't done shit in 2 decades.
You know who's going to notice it, though, by the way? If you sneak a fake year up there? Fucking you.
I'm a big banner watcher.
Me.
Yeah,
like when I was a
I'm looking at the
kid.
details. Yeah.
And you're like obsessed with learning about, because like if I get into a team now or a league or whatever, chances are I'm not going to like dive into the history or whatever. But when you're a kid and you're like a huge fucking sports nerd and you want to know everything about everything, you're like, wow, you're telling me the Flyers won the Eastern Conference 5 years in a row, and like you'll look it up and be like, oh, no, they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, we famously are big banner watchers. I think the big example are Detroit.
We watched 4 banners.
With Detroit, we were, at least I was blown away by the fact that they had retractable banners that also, I believe, switched in between the teams that were. I can't remember if they switched between the. I don't remember if they always had like the Red Wings and the Pistons up. But regardless, they were retractable. And then in Florida, they have the most inexplicable order of the banners. They go in like a weird reverse order. Like they have the new one first instead of going left to right, like chronologically, like most of them would. I just remember I don't remember the exact details. I just remember their order in which they were hung up was very odd.
I want to say in Florida they had
or they organized
the years not in order.
Yeah,
like,
it was something weird that really upset me. But I can't remember.
Fudging around with the numbers in Florida. Is that what you're saying they were doing?
A little bit.
I will say big week for banners too, because Nashville, who famously has hung banners for like 9,000 things that happened but didn't need banners. They have removed the regular season champion banners that they hung when they won the President's Trophy, which is great behavior, long overdue, but regular season champions should never be on a banner.
Yes, you call it President's Trophy.
Call it President's Trophy, even if you didn't win it. San Jose Sharks. I think that it's more palatable to make up that you won a President's Trophy than to print a banner that says regular season champions, because
you're not a champion.
That is not a fucking thing. You are not a champion. You finished in first place during the regular season. That's an admirable achievement. It doesn't make you champions.
Since we have been to Amerant Bank Arena, they've replaced all their banners. They have new banners now.
Oh, really?
So problem solved.
Well, they got reasons to print new banners.
Yeah. They did something similar. One of my favorite things about banners, particularly the Sabres banners, because they do have some from the old days, is seeing the logos change throughout history and the colors.
Awesome.
Florida replaced all of them, and the Sharks are a little different because they haven't had as much change in their logo, but like they replaced all of them with the modern logo.
I hate that,
and I don't like it.
Yeah, no, the banner should be reflective of like the team that won it. That is the reason you were hanging the banner. So I like having the older logos.
Oh, okay. Actually, I stand corrected. They did not do that. They updated all of the banners, but they do have the appropriate logos.
God damn it, Sean.
Sorry. I'm working off limited information here.
We are deep in the weeds now. Folks, want to remind you that we have, and we've not set a date for it, but we will once again be doing our jersey stream. And this year, there is a fun wrinkle. If you remember last year, we each got a jersey to begin the season, and we did not tell anyone who we were getting. Sean and Pete didn't know what I was up to. We didn't know what Pete was up to, and we had to guess what could you be getting. And you, the audience, guessed along, and if you correctly guessed, it gave you the opportunity to win the jersey of your choice. I always forget. What was our guy's name? Was it Ryan? Randy got that wonderful Landeskog jersey. I bet he was wearing it when Landy dropped the gloves the other day. Wonderful stuff. We're doing it again this year, except the wrinkle is the jersey is picked by the other two people. So I don't know what Sean and Pete got for me. Pete doesn't know what Sean and I got for him, although based on this episode, maybe now he should be worried. It's a it's a road Utah jersey that is...
I like the road Utah jersey,
but you're not allowed to like it.
I don't think
exactly
that's true.
I'm kidding. You will still guess along.
I would be mad if I had the road Utah jersey. That I got the road Utah jersey from last year, and you got me the new one. Because then I'd have two jerseys that are basically the same.
Yeah, I agree. So I agreed with the spirit of what you were saying. Yeah. I just you used the wrong words.
I think we both got too excited in two different directions.
Yes. One of my... do you remember last week, Sean, you brought up something and you asked for a clarification on... It was like a former first-round pick type of thing.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm trying to put that shit behind me.
Not going to be that guy anymore.
At Rosh Hashanah the other night, we were going around and giving our intentions for the year. And like, fuck a New Year's resolution, but I like the idea of, in September, just dropping... What do you intend to do for the next 12 months?
I love that because it's always been my biggest complaint about New Year's is New Year's resolutions. Just start now.
Yeah.
Fix yourself.
Don't
now.
wait. Yeah.
Which I guess this is just, it's the same point at a different time. But
I was like, yo, this rocks because I've been thinking about this. My intention, more ideas, fewer opinions. Opinions are great to have, but to just like have a take on everything and like make everything black and white and everything can kind of get really noisy in your brain. Trying to use the brain to think of things, not so much think about things, you know? So I hope everyone has a good Rosh Hashanah intention out there.
I feel like to think of things, you have to think about things.
Yeah, I got a little lost there. I'm not gonna lie, but I appreciate.
I thought it sounded like a fucking banger, and
I
no one
think-
reacted the way I
I
wanted.
was-
They were just like, "What does that mean?"
You had me until the last
I
part.
appreciated the spirit of what you were trying to say. Yeah, I was a little.
More ideas, less opinions is that's clean.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah.
So I shouldn't have elaborated.
Yes.
And people
Well,
are like,
yeah,
"What do you give us an example?" No.
no, that's not what I'm.
No,
that's not what I'm.
no,
here
this
for.
is my idea.
Yeah, don't question. it.
Yeah. No,
This is my idea. You don't need to have an opinion on it.
Yes, exactly. My intention is not to explain myself either. But you folks will be able to guess along, and like last year, if you guess the jersey that any of us get, we'll toss your name probably on a wheel, spin it around, and see if you can get the jersey of your choice.
Chad
Nice
says,
chunkiest castle.
Opinions are a lot like assholes. I eat them for breakfast. Jesus Christ.
I like when I say something that you guys don't understand. The chat is usually split on like DJ's a fucking idiot, or DJ doesn't know what he's talking about, or Demena says DJ too philosophical for these nerds. As long as you say something that sounds philosophical, you get to play the.
You just don't.
You guys
get it.
don't fucking get it, man. We're just on different wavelengths.
More ideas, less opinions is a very, very
Put that on a
very,
on a
very
t-shirt.
good school
Intention?
of thought. Yeah.
Yes. And like I don't mind having opinions, but I didn't like that when whatever thing came up and Sean was like, "Oh, DJ's got to have something on this," which historically I would. I don't know if I want to anymore. I like asking the questions. I like playing the games. I don't want to be the fucking. I want to be banging the table.
I mean, that's a classic, like, I guess actions speak louder. You gotta do it before you. It's easy to say that you don't want to be that guy. You can't be that guy.
It means I need to come up with more ideas because opinions are easy to have. Okay, folks, we love you. Thank you so much. Shout out hockey coming back to the desert. What do you got?
Oh, I was gonna say shout out the Florida Everblades.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Everblades. If you haven't seen their video announcing their specialty nights this year, so great. We still have the head that they gave us. Pete wore it with great aplomb.
They gave us great head.
That is so good.
It's awesome.
So
That
big.
thing
I
is
was
massive.
shocked when we opened up the box and it was a legitimate mascot head.
The thing is gigantic. Apparently, it's new. I think that's a new mascot head.
Wow.
Perhaps I think somebody said that. I believe its name is Swampy.
Swampy is the name.
Swampy got a makeover or something, and so it looks great. Thank you to the Florida Everblades for commissioning us to do that. We were happy to do it. Please go check them out. Check out their specialty nights. Their jersey for opening night is
Cuckoo banana pants.
unbelievably
So good.
cool. Yeah, like
Cuckoo
we did a lot of
banana
talk
jersey.
about jerseys that we might not love. This is one of them that we absolutely
Look
love.
at these teeth, baby.
And I don't want to maybe give information that's not mine to give, but if you are an Everblades and What Chaos fan, look out because
Yeah.
might be able to get your hands on something.
Ooh, love that.
Amazing. Everybody, the chat is calling for people to do it, so we'll do it as well. Make sure you like the video if you're watching this live. Very, very helpful. For
Yeah,
us.
we've been doing a lot of asks for amplifying recently, and you know by now what that means. It means like if you can subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff is good. One thing that we never ask people to do, which want to do, like if you enjoyed this episode, go watch a video clip that we've posted on YouTube or something. Like watch another video. That also very, very much helps us. And we've got plenty of content on the YouTube page, interviews, show clips, just random fun.
Yeah.
So if you want more of the boys, head to YouTube and just watch one of those videos.
Like,
it would
is there
very, very much help us.
Is there anyone watching this and listening to this who has not seen Hockey Reporters at the Super Bowl? I bet there is. I bet there are people who've gotten into the show last year, don't know nothing about it. Are there people here who don't know about the Ariana Grande investigation? Like, just search the proper keywords, plus What Chaos. You're going to find that we've probably done something with or about anything that interests you.
Yeah. So please watch another video.
Like, is it
We very much
clocking
love
to you that Jay Baruchel talked about the relationship between Canada and America? Do people know that? Find out.
How about Frank Vetrano not getting drafted?
Oh, yes. We did a documentary on Frank Vetrano.
Small
going
talk?
Undrafted.
I think from a pure from a pure like content, we've obviously had other things, thinking about the Super Bowl in particular, that could have gone very poorly and ended up working out. So that was a bit like a little bit of a stroke of luck. The way things worked out in that Frankfurt Toronto video is like the best like stroke of luck content wise that we have had.
And to anyone who has been here since day one, season 1 had a lot more of that stuff. Season 2 had a lot of a million things, and season 2 was our strongest year yet. This coming season, it's going to be a lot more. We're going to bring back doing, not that we stopped doing original content, but there's going to be a lot more original content. The fun stuff that you see and you say, damn, that's what Chaos does. We've got a monster season coming up. We're so excited. We're going to get rolling with more episodes more frequently soon. We'll have an update on that very soon. But in the meantime, press like as often as you can. Watch as much as you can. Tell your friends. We love you. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
We all silly like the mayor.